Welcome to another video. In today's video, we'll understand what is bean scope. It is one of the most important topic in for an interview perspective and also in spring. A lot of questions are asked around this, and the most famous one is what is Singleton scope? But take a one step back, let us understand what is bean scope. Bean scope is refer to the life cycle of a bean, and it also tells us that how long does the bean will live and how many instances that a bean will create, or how bean is being shared or utilized by other resources. There are mainly five type of bean scope. The first one is, which is the default scope, which is singleton. The second one is prototype. The third one is request. The fourth one is session, and the fifth one is global session. Request, session and global session are more over towards the HTTP request. In this video we'll cover singleton and prototype, which is very useful in our upcoming video, and request, session and global session we are going to cover in the later when are we going to work on our HTTP methods. Now let's quickly jump into our coding to understand the scope. In our last video we understand what qualifier and annotation is. So we have understand. If you haven't watched my earlier video, you could go and watch it out. So we'll quickly start our application and see whether it is working. So our application is started, and we'll come to our service and we'll see, okay, my services are working fine. So in today's video we will not be required both the services, we will only need one service. Now we'll come back to our code and we'll stop our server. We'll create another variable customer 2. I'm not naming, I could also rename it bean. Okay, this will be our bean scope variable so that we can easily identify. We'll create one more qualifier annotation. Now let us qualifier customer, and then we will have customer bean scope. We'll add just s here. Okay. Now we'll just copy our bean ID, and then what are we going to do is this star customer bean scope equals to customer bean scope. So here what are we going to do is we are just going to do sys out and just compare the value of our bean customer equals to customer bean scope, and we'll see what it will return. So as I said earlier, the default scope is singleton. So this, when we fire this API, it will return us true. So now let us call it, okay, one typo, it has to be quality operator. Okay, now it is correct. As you could see, it is printing true. If you could see that the scope is true, means I have created same bean twice and both are having the same value. Now for us to check the prototype, what we need to do is, because this is our bean ID customer details service, we'll come back to our customer details service. We don't need customer service, so we'll close it. And what are we going to do is we are just going to do @scope annotation, and then we will have configurable bean factory dot scope. You can see there are two types, singleton and prototype. So we'll use prototype, and what are we going to do is we are going to save it, and then we are going to come back to our controller, and then we'll restart our server. and now we'll send our API call. Now you could see that it is false, means what this says that I'm injecting my beans 2 times, but they both have different ID, means both 2 new instances are created. I hope you are understanding. So for make it more clear, like one step more dig deeper, like a good software engineer, what are we going to do is we will change back to our prototype to Singleton. Okay, so we'll change back to Singleton. We'll restart our server, and then for the geeky developers, this is quite interesting. We'll again do sysout. So we'll take our customer dot. What are we going to do is we are going to print the hash code. So those who don't know what hash code is, I will make maybe some separate video for you to understand what hash code is, and this is also one of the coolest and most confusing topic and most interesting topic to be asked to an it is asked in interview for in most of the Java interview, or if you're applying for Java developer or senior Java developer, this is the most important question to be asked, what hash code is. Okay, we'll not talk about hash code anymore. It's just a unique code, it's a memory code for your information. Later I will make another video what hash code is in detail, then it's better. Now we'll rerun it. What you will try, just notice it. I will find my service. Okay, now you see that I will just copy it. It is giving me true for both my customer and customer bean. Both are pointing to same customer details of his bean. Okay, and the values are this. These are my value. Okay, when I call it, I will just what I'm going to do for you to understand. Just comment it out. Okay, so you could see that my this is for the comment, so that you should not get confused. This is the what is this? This is the hash code of this bean. Okay, and this is Singleton now, so both hash code are same. This is clear, right? Hope this is clear. Then write down in the comment section if it is clear. Now what are we going to do is we'll come back here and we are going to change it to prototype. Just notice what is going, what magic happens. And you're learning a lot of this. People usually don't tell these kind of minor details. Okay, now see the magic. We'll send our service. Now you see the code has changed. Now the code is changed because it is prototype. Why it is prototype? We have changed prototype, but why? I have to comment it out. Okay, now it is clear. So you could see earlier both values are same. We haven't done any changes. We just changed the scope of our bean. What is the scope? How is bean going to react? Is it single instance, multiple instance? Is it for HTTP, recession, and all those stuff? But for Singleton and prototype, this is the key difference. You could see that the hash code itself is different. So this is how internally they understand, okay, this is different, this is same. The hash code for Singleton is same. The hash code for prototype is different. Even in an interview, if anyone asks you that, what tell me about bean scope, and if you tell at this detail, then they will be quite impressed with you, and they know that you know your stuff. You are not just talking like that. You know, and you really worked on, and you really have good knowledge, and you can design a better software. So I hope this is clear. This is quite a short video regarding bean scope. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. This will give me motivation to upload more video. Thank you.